remember a moment like when you were a kid that really first inspired you to be a musician?
Yeah, well, I always metal music was so popular in Sweden. It's crazy. Like all my friends I grew up with, we were into Maiden, Scorpions, and Priest, and Kiss, and stuff like that. At a very early age. I mean, I bought my first record when I was 5, 6 years old, which was Iron Maiden.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was as far back as I can remember. I wanted to be a guitar player, not necessarily a singer, just playing guitar. But I remember there was a big show on TV that they showed, like in the middle of the night, so all the kids could stay out because everybody has to see this show. It was from Dortmund, Germany, like a big festival with Ozzy, Quiet Riot, Scorpions, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, I think Crocus played. Yeah, and I mean, everybody watched that show. And this was like, I think, Peace of Mind, that must have been 1983. So I was like 9 or something, and just seeing, because I've never seen these people move. I've never seen the guys from Scorpions walk, let alone play guitar, So obviously seeing those guys, I was just like, wow, this is the coolest thing I ever seen. And my fanboyism just escalated, and I got my first guitar from my grandmother, which was an acoustic guitar. I want an electric guitar, it was acoustic guitar. That was what set me off, I guess. It's the metal scene, metal music. But when I was very young, I listened to, I was more like I am now. I listened to everything. But then as I got into the metal scene, especially when I started playing, it was just metal, nothing else. But now I'm back to how I was when I was a boy.
Awesome. Any wisdom you'd like to share with other musicians?
No, not really. I mean, I like to find things out as you go along, so to speak. But I thought it was good. Like when we got the first record deal, and I was 18, 19 maybe. I figured, okay, let's look out of the penthouse suite. Let's go check it, buy a new car.
Yeah.
And we're gonna travel the world. This is it. I don't have to, worry about anything anymore. Which was obviously not the case. It was the opposite.
Yeah.
The choice of becoming a musician was a very, very poor choice for me at the time when it came to becoming independent. Ever since I started with Opeth in 1990, up until 2002 maybe, I was poor. And just had this dream, and people telling you when you're gonna, grow up, even family members, you have to keep your hobby aside. They call it a hobby, which always made me go.
Yeah.
And some people say it's because of my star sign, because I'm Aries. People tell me not to do certain things, so that I'm not gonna make it. I'm just gonna go.
You're just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, do the opposite of what people tell me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like to, like I said, I like to learn as I go along, and it's not been a point in my career or whatever where I felt what's happening here, It's been so slow and gradual, whatever success we've had. So I believe in learning yourself, whatever happens, but it's, for me, I didn't quit. A lot of, we had so many band members passing through the bands, and I have friends who were playing and they just couldn't handle it or whatever. But I always had this immense love for music that I couldn't see myself doing something else. Yeah. So those poor years, when I look back at those, my happiest times, I guess. I mean, I've never been obsessed with money, but it became a problem for me when you can't buy food.
Yes.
You don't have anywhere to live, and you don't have a phone, and I don't have anything really. So it was a little bit of a problem, of course, but I don't regret it. And I think since we worked so hard for nothing, in a way, in the early days, we kept our feet on the ground, so to speak. We're certainly not an overnight success type of band, and we never kind of bent over for something or for someone. We just did it our way, and that's why we're here, I guess.
think that's why you're respected as much as you are.
Well, I mean, there's a certain amount of respect for this band, I guess, but as you get more successful, that kind of respect wanes a little bit from some people because they just think that you're a fucking rock star.
Yeah.
But in many ways, I'm still the same. I'm still the same guy as I was when I was a kid. I've never had to grow up as much as some of my friends who got the real jobs.
I think they're calling for you.
Right.